In today's video, I want to share with you an interesting Court of Appeal decision that was handed down there in, I think it's December 2019. It's to do with the sale of land, and it's to do with somebody signing a contract for the sale or purchase of land in trust for somebody else. And the circumstances in this case were that the contract was signed in trust for a limited company, and then in the heat of the hunt the limited company was unable to complete the sale. And then it transpired, it turned out that when the contract was signed by Mr. Doherty on behalf of the limited company wasn't actually in existence. The question arose then whether Mr. Gibbons, who was selling the land, whether he was entitled to sue Mr. Doherty to complete the sale on the basis that when Mr. Doherty signed the contract for sale in trust, the limited company didn't exist, and Mr. Doherty knew this. The case went to the High Court, and then it went on appeal to the Court of Appeal. It was appealed by Mr. Gibbons, who was the vendor of the property. The Court of Appeal agreed with the High Court decision and dismissed the appeal. It held that the General Condition 30 of the Law Society General Conditions of Sale permits a person to sign a contract in trust or as an agent, and most importantly, it does not expressly provide that the beneficiary or principal be in existence at the time of the contract. It also noted that the commercial reality sometimes demands that contracts be signed in trust, and once the principal is in existence to complete the transaction, there's no obvious problem. Obviously, this is a case where Mr. Gibbons, who was the vendor, sued Mr. Doherty to complete the sale on the basis that the company for whom Mr. Doherty signed the contract wasn't actually in existence. It's an interesting decision. If I was Mr. Gibbons, who was selling the land, I'd probably feel a bit hard done by insofar as, not being able to pursue Mr. Doherty, but that's the decision of the High Court and that's the decision of the Court of Appeal. It's a common enough situation, and a lot of solicitors will sign contracts in trust for their clients or for certain clients, and only when perhaps the sale is going to be completed is it clear who's the actual true owner or the true purchaser of the property. So, interesting decision. You can actually read the full decision if this sort of thing is of interest to you on my website, businessandlegal.ie. I've written a blog post there, but more important than my blog post about this particular case is I've put a link at the very bottom of it to the Court of Appeal decision. So you'll get the full Court of Appeal decision and the thinking of the court in this particular case. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, you might give it a thumbs up down below. And you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you're interested in any aspect of Irish law or Irish business, then you might consider subscribing and hit the notifications bell there so that you're notified when a new video comes out. Thanks a lot for watching.